Awesome. We are live again. David, Mr.
All right.
Surf the Web. Yeah, you were telling me about all the things your business is doing, and it sounds huge. It sounds like it's attacking a lot of verticals at once. And so I guess the two questions come to mind immediately. The first is, what's the cryptocurrency exchange got to do with the site?
Nothing directly. We're besides Surf the Web, we're also going to be part of a new public holdings company. And, crypto. I've got a partner that's is very into that, and I'm a little bit into it. And we might we will offer cryptocurrency as payment for different services. And I just came across this deal to be able to take over the existing new exchange, and so they're basically joining our public holdings company, and so they'll just be part of Surf the Web.
Your image is gone. I'm not sure if you're still there. Okay,
yeah,
so we'll just carry on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's awesome. Do you mind? Are you able to share the name of the exchange you bought?
Not yet, because we're just getting ready to sign the purchase agreement tomorrow. So I'll share that as soon as it's 100% done.
Good luck with that. Do you know if it's is it special? Is it decentralized, or is it like a central exchange, or do you know? Is there any details you can share about
that? Technical details. I just know it's a cryptocurrency exchange, and the guys that started it didn't like any of the other ones, and so they thought they could do something better, So, and I had a guy. Yeah. So, but I think from our branding, hopefully we will benefit from that, So we'll probably have the domain name, Surf the Web .exchange or something like that,
And so, okay, you had a lot of. I mean, you basically described like being competitor to Google, Facebook, Amazon. That's obviously a huge task. So do you have? But at the same time, I was looking at the description that you put up, and it looks like you really have like a machine behind you. Like you seem to. This isn't some. It sounds like you have like a pretty serious, pretty legitimate business that you're behind this.
Yeah, we've got one of my partners has one internet business, and he owns the public company that's going to be turned into our holdings company. Another partner has extensive real estate developments and other developments that he's doing, and even a restaurant chain and stuff. So we'll have the backing of we're rolling in over 600 million in assets into this existing public company, and for Surf the Web, we've got a lot of different services that we're going to be using from various white label to buying companies, to be part of it. There's a couple of different white label companies for our core services that we have there. Got like the SEO and web hosting and so forth through a white label service provider. They'll be launching first. So we'll be rolling things out in a logical and careful way. So we're not going to try to do everything all in 1 month, obviously. So we'll be growing, and we'll be adding different services as we go. But a lot of the growth will be by acquiring or partnering with existing companies that will work under the Surf the Web brand.
So this is kind of to some extent a branding play, and putting large dollar amounts of resources behind companies that you acquire. So you're not going to try and build competitors to like Google and Amazon and stuff. You're going to acquire them and stuff.
Yeah, initially we'll be using DuckDuckGo just for our search
I love
engine. I've got another email service that has an encrypted email, private one that they're going to allow us to do a surf the web email through them. That will have free and paid options, but they'll be ultra secure and private, not like Google where they're snooping at your emails and feeding you ads,
Yeah. So what are you are you going to attack so you're obviously doing this, you've got the search with DuckDuckGo, you've got the email provider and so on. You're gonna launch with those and then go from there? Is that the plan?
Well, we'll launch with, we've actually got, like I said, we have a company that provides all different types of web hosting, SEO, web design, that will all be done under our brand. So we'll be launching that, and we're going to set up independent sales organizations around the country, around each city, and they'll go out and meet with the local business. We'll have our directory. We'll have eventually, pretty rapidly, every single business and school and so forth listed in our directory, but our ISOs will go out and make their their free listings correct and offer them the upgrades that they need to have a better service. We have a restaurant related item that we're looking at adding in a company that can't go into too much details, but it will be working with our directory. And so we'll be working on that. And we've got several other companies that I'm negotiating to partner with right now too. Wow.
Cool. Big operation. You don't need investors, right? Or do you?
Yeah, we need investors. We got the assets we're putting in, not real liquid, so putting them into the public holdings company, we'll be able to generate capital that way. But we want to also bring in investors too and sell them stock in the company.
How much are you looking to raise?
Probably, right now we're going to do a 506c Reg D. You can actually raise as much as you want, but we may do a Reg A plus crowdfunding, equity crowdfunding. You can raise $50 million with that. So we may be doing that. But, if someone comes in and says, hey, here's $5 or $10 million, we don't need anyone else, we may be all right. Who knows?
Wow. Yeah, that's super cool. It's really big scope, really huge project.
It's huge, but we'll bring in people to existing companies and bring in top people for each little section of it to bring it all together.
Are you gonna go for something like like Gab also? Because I heard you say something about conservative. One of the big problems was that conservatives are being blacklisted and so on. Are you gonna try and roll in like either a Twitter type thing with Gab or maybe like BitChute or something like that to replace?
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, the key thing is, we want to be fair. And there's, I watched this video presentation on Glenn Beck talking about the difference between being a platform or a publisher. Now, Twitter and Facebook are platforms, which gives them protections from various libel laws and so forth, but they got to be pretty free and open. But they're trying to act as a publisher and deciding what can be shown on there. And so they're taking out these different people without cause, or flimsy causes. And so they're acting more as a publisher than publishers like the New York Times or whatever. They're publishing things, but they have different laws they work under. So we'll be a platform, and we'll be a fair platform. There'll be filters and everything that we want to be a family-friendly website. And I want to get, for the social interaction, I want to get set up where people can filter things out that they don't want to see. If they don't want to see conservative stuff, they can hit some buttons and not see it, But it's topic driven too, so they just don't go on the politics websites, go to football if you're talking about football. So it's all going to be organized by
Well,
topics.
your biggest topic-based competitor is something like Reddit, right? But Reddit is extremely opinionated and extremely, I don't follow Reddit that much, but from what I understand, they closed the there's a Donald Trump themed forum that they closed or something like that. And generally, the culture is quite opposed, I would say, to conservative stuff. So that's pretty good that you've, that's the only competitor I could think of in the topic-based stuff.
Right.
Very, very interesting. Are you going to roll crypto into these social platforms, or are you hoping?
That's a possibility where people could earn crypto for doing maybe articles and posting and different things. We've considered maybe our own cryptocurrency, but what's having the exchange, we may just have it where we'll have all the different services of web hosting, SEO, and so forth, and advertising that people can pay by, because we have the exchange, they'll be able to pay by any cryptocurrency that we handle.
There's also the BSV, the Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, Bitcoin SV community, and I guess the Ethereum community as well to some extent seem very keen on building things where people pay a small amount to submit their content, which stops spam to some extent, but then they earn money from their content. So it's like they're investing in their content, and they essentially get a piece of the platform. Essentially, seems like a cool platform.
That's a possibility.
A cool idea, and maybe could roll in. I don't know that I can really invest on the scale that you're talking about, if I'm being really honest. But I really do love the vision. It seems really cool, and if there's any way I can help you out, I'd love to be another arrow in your quill or something like that.
Sure. I mean, we'll need partners, we'll need helpers, advisors, but I've got it where I want some small investors to be able to get into. So I've got just a $10,000 minimum on the stock, and right now it's a pre-roll-up deal, $1 a share. Once we announce this roll-up with 600 million, I think the share price will go way above $1 pretty rapidly. But we'll have provisions like if our calculations aren't right and it's 50 cents a share, we would increase the number of shares you would get. But I believe, my partner that has a public company feels that once we roll our assets in, it'll triple the value of our assets being public as opposed to private, so we could be $1 billion company out to the gate. And we're pretty excited about it. We've got the internet and then the real estate and things in there too.
Well, you got 600 million assets. That's a good start to being $1 billion company, right?
Yeah. Not much of it's mine. It's my other two partners that have the bulk of the assets.
That's a great position to be in. That's fine. You always want to be the smallest house on the block, to be honest. It's fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah. I'll be happy when just 1% the size of Google. That makes us a $4 billion company.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it's the niche, isn't it? It's if you're going for that uncensored, conservative, friendly niche, and you're going for like privacy conscious people. I mean, it's a niche that Google doesn't even, maybe they do want it, but they're not doing very well to persuade those people to get on board. But anyway, like I say, I'm probably not your investor, but I would love to learn more about what you're doing, and who knows, maybe that could change. So if you I don't know if you've shared any information with any of the team at pitchinvestorslive.com, but if you haven't, would you share it with whoever you've spoken to, maybe Diani or someone, and then pass it on to me, and I'll have a look. I mean, I don't know where it goes, but like I say, you can definitely have my contact info, and we'll talk.
Okay, good. Awesome. Yeah, I had to create a new profile. My old profile wasn't working to be available on the free event
Oh,
today.
really? I'm
So,
sorry about that. Yeah.
so I had to create a new profile. But yeah, my email's real easy. One of them anyhow
Don't
is
give it out
Mr. Surf.
over the live video because there may be people watching. You don't want to
Yep.
be just giving your email out
Yeah.
willy nilly. I would definitely
Yep.
contact Diani or whoever your contact is and get them to pass it along.
Yep.
It's better not to give it out of the
Okay.
Real
good.
Pleasure,
Thanks a
David.
lot.
Yeah, very ambitious project. Awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Appreciate it. Bye.